What if I told you there's a food in your pantry right now, costs about 50 cents per serving, that a study in the journal Science suggests may help reshape your gut bacteria in just 4 weeks and support better blood sugar? Stay with me. Day 2 is going to open your eyes. Before we dive in, I need to say something important. This channel provides educational content based on published research, but it is not medical advice. Every person's body is different, and what works for one person may not work for another. If you are on insulin, metformin, sulfonylureas, blood thinners, or any other medication, do not change your diet or exercise routine without talking to your healthcare provider first. Food can be a powerful support for your health, but it does not replace prescribed medication. Always work with your doctor. Welcome back to the Smart Meal Plan. I'm your guide, and this is day 2 of our 30-day journey. If you're new here, this isn't just a diet plan. It's an educational, research-backed, meal-by-meal approach designed to help you explore how food may support better blood sugar management. If you haven't watched days 1 through 1, go back. Each day builds on the last. Links in the description. Today's topic, the fiber code, your gut's secret weapon. Trust me, you want to watch this all the way through. I want you to think about something. Inside your gut right now, there are roughly 39 trillion bacteria. That's more bacterial cells than human cells in your entire body. And these tiny organisms are influencing your blood sugar more than most people realize. They play a role in how much glucose gets absorbed from your food, how much inflammation runs through your system, and even how hungry you feel an hour from now. For decades, doctors focused mainly on the pancreas and insulin, but emerging microbiome science is reshaping how we think about diabetes management, and it may start with a bowl of oats. Let me start with the research, because understanding why you're eating what you're eating is what makes this approach different from every other meal plan. A landmark 2018 study in Science found that diabetic patients who ate higher fiber diets had measurably better blood sugar control. The researchers observed that fiber appeared to help reshape gut bacteria composition within about 4 weeks in the study group. Let that sink in. This isn't my personal opinion. This is from peer-reviewed, published clinical research, and it has direct implications for what you eat today. Your gut contains roughly 39 trillion bacteria. When you feed these bacteria fiber, they produce short-chain fatty acids like butyrate, which research suggests may help improve insulin sensitivity. This is an active area of study with promising results. Stay with me here because this is where it gets really interesting. Steel-cut oats have a glycemic index of about 42 compared to roughly 79 for instant oats. The key difference is that processing disrupts the fiber structure that helps slow digestion. Now, I want to connect this research directly to your plate. Every ingredient in your meals was chosen with this science in mind. Nothing is random. Every bite is intentional. Soluble fiber forms a gel-like substance in your stomach that may physically slow the rate at which sugar enters your bloodstream. Think of it as a natural speed bump for glucose absorption. The research I'm referencing, Zhao et al., 2018, Science. High-fiber diet selectively promotes gut bacteria that may improve glucose metabolism. Link in the description. I always encourage you to look at the data yourself. Let me bust a common myth right now. Myth: oatmeal is bad for diabetics. It depends entirely on which oatmeal and how you prepare it. Instant oatmeal with added sugar? Not ideal. Steel-cut oats cooked slowly with cinnamon and walnuts? Research suggests it may be one of the better breakfast options. The glycemic index difference is significant, roughly 42 for steel-cut versus 79 for instant. The lesson? Preparation method matters as much as the food itself. Don't demonize foods without understanding the nuance. Prebiotic fiber supplements are growing in the wellness market. Products containing inulin, psyllium husk, and acacia fiber are being studied for blood sugar management, and some early research is encouraging, though more studies are needed. Steel-cut oats are one of the most affordable blood sugar-friendly foods available. A canister costs about $4 and lasts weeks. Combined with cinnamon, you have a promising breakfast option for pennies per serving. Let me spotlight cinnamon. Not all cinnamon is equal. Ceylon, true cinnamon, and cassia, common supermarket cinnamon, both have research behind them, but cassia contains more coumarin, which may stress the liver in large daily doses. If you use cinnamon daily, Ceylon may be the better choice. A 2019 systematic review in the Journal of the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics analyzed 16 clinical trials and found that cinnamon consumption was associated with reduced fasting blood glucose, averaging about 24 milligrams per deciliter across studies, though results varied. Cinnamon contains MHCP, a compound that research suggests may mimic some insulin functions at the receptor level. All right, let's eat. Breakfast on day 2. Steel-cut oatmeal, half a cup, with cinnamon, walnuts, and blueberries. Steel-cut oats are fundamentally different from instant oats at the structural level. When oats are steel-cut, the whole groat is simply chopped into pieces, preserving the fiber matrix that slows digestion. Instant oats are rolled flat and steamed, disrupting this matrix, hence the glycemic index difference from about 42 to 79. The walnuts provide alpha-linolenic acid, a plant-based omega-3 associated with reduced inflammation. The blueberries deliver anthocyanins, compounds that a University of East Anglia study associated with improved insulin sensitivity when consumed regularly. And cinnamon. This spice deserves special attention today. Cooking tip. Steel-cut oats take 20 to 25 minutes, but here's the shortcut. Soak overnight, then they cook in 10 minutes. Add cinnamon during cooking so the volatile oils release into the oats. Toast walnuts in a dry pan for 3 minutes first for deeper flavor. Add blueberries at the end so they stay plump. When you sit down to eat this, practice the protein-first approach. Eating protein before carbs may help trigger GLP-1 release and create a buffer that slows carbohydrate absorption. Research suggests this could reduce your post-breakfast spike by a meaningful amount. If you're new to eating this way, don't stress about being perfect. Focus on making this one meal as described. One meal at a time, one day at a time. Every single meal has been designed with intention. Follow it and trust the process. Before we get to lunch, let me tell you about today's exercise. It's specifically chosen to complement the science we just discussed. Today's exercise: morning stretching and light resistance. Best time: before breakfast, 10 to 15 minutes. Start with 5 minutes of gentle stretching. Then do 3 sets of 10 bodyweight squats, 3 sets of 10 wall push-ups, and a 30-second plank. This entire routine takes about 12 minutes and may help prime your muscles for better glucose uptake throughout the day. The science behind this: morning resistance exercise may help deplete glycogen stores in your muscles, creating what some researchers call a glucose sink effect. Research from the University of Michigan suggested that even light resistance training in the morning was associated with improved insulin sensitivity, lasting up to 24 hours. Remember, exercise for people managing blood sugar isn't just about burning calories. It's about creating glucose disposal pathways. When you move, your muscles can absorb glucose from your blood through processes that may not fully require insulin. Always check with your doctor before starting a new exercise routine, especially if you're on insulin or medications that can cause low blood sugar. Now let's talk lunch. Day 2, turkey and vegetable soup with a side of mixed green salad. Turkey is an underrated protein source. It's very lean, higher in tryptophan for mood support, and rich in selenium for thyroid health. The vegetables in this soup provide diverse fiber types that feed different gut bacteria populations. The salad on the side adds raw enzymes and nutrients that support overall metabolic function. Practical tip: eat slowly. Research suggests that fast eaters may have significantly higher diabetes risk than slow eaters. Chewing thoroughly may help release satiety hormones and give your brain time to register fullness. Aim for 20 minutes minimum per meal. Today's snack: apple slices with 2 tablespoons almond butter. This isn't mindless snacking. It's strategic metabolic support, timed for mid-afternoon, 3 to 4 hours after lunch, to help prevent the blood sugar dip that may trigger poor dinner choices. By preempting that potential crash with protein and fat, you may reduce cravings before they start. Now dinner. Day 2, grilled chicken breast with roasted sweet potato and steamed green beans. Grilled chicken with roasted sweet potato is a simple but effective combination. Sweet potato has a glycemic index of about 44 when boiled, notably lower than white potato at 78. Green beans add fiber and chromium, a trace mineral that may help support insulin effectiveness. The key is eating the chicken first, then green beans, then sweet potato. Protein, fiber, carbs. Research suggests insulin sensitivity tends to decrease between morning and evening. The same meal that barely raises blood sugar at 8 a.m. may have a notably larger impact at 8 p.m. That's why dinner is moderate in carbs, rich in protein, and non-starchy vegetables. Try to eat at least 3 hours before bed, and the post-dinner walk is highly recommended. Research suggests even 10 minutes may help reduce your post-dinner spike. Plates in the sink, shoes on, walk around the block. Today's nutritional breakdown: 1,480 calories total. Protein, 92 grams. Carbs, 118 grams. Fat, 68 grams. These macros are designed with type 2 diabetes management in mind. You should not feel hungry or deprived. If you do, add more vegetables and protein. Always consult your healthcare provider about the right caloric intake for your individual needs. If you're monitoring your blood sugar, and I encourage you to discuss a monitoring plan with your doctor, here are today's key testing moments. Fasting before breakfast, 2 hours after breakfast, and 2 hours after dinner. These 3 data points tell you how your body responded to today's meals. Write them down. Over 30 days, the patterns become incredibly informative. If you're on insulin or medications that can cause hypoglycemia, be especially attentive when changing your diet or exercise routine. Always have a fast-acting glucose source available. Your safety comes first. Steel-cut oats take 20 minutes. Here are your workarounds. 1. Cook them the night before and reheat in 2 minutes. 2. Use a slow cooker. Add oats, water, and cinnamon before bed. 3. Make a triple batch on Sunday and portion into containers. The turkey soup for lunch is perfect for a thermos. Make it Sunday night, bring it to work for days. The people who succeed aren't the ones with the most free time. They're the ones who prep smartly. Invest 2 hours on Sunday to save daily cooking stress throughout the week. People ask, should I just take a fiber supplement? Here's my take. Supplements are a backup, not a replacement. Psyllium husk does provide soluble fiber that research associates with blood sugar benefits. But food-based fiber comes packaged with vitamins, minerals, and prebiotics that supplements don't contain. This plan provides 35 to 45 grams of fiber daily through whole foods. If you're currently eating much less, increase gradually. Add about 5 grams per week to give your gut time to adjust. Drink extra water as you increase fiber. What to be mindful of today? Instant oatmeal packets, often loaded with sugar and stripped of beneficial fiber. White rice, glycemic index around 73. Consider brown rice, cauliflower rice, or quinoa as alternatives. Processed canned soups. Many contain 800 milligrams plus sodium and added sugars. Low-fiber white foods, white bread, white pasta, white crackers. You don't need to be perfect. You need to be consistent. Follow this plan most of the time, and you may see meaningful results. Every healthy choice is a deposit in your metabolic bank account, and those deposits can compound over time. I want to hear from you. What was your first meal today? Was it a blood sugar-friendly choice or the old default? No judgment, just awareness. And if you tried the steel-cut oats, tell me how you felt a couple hours after eating. Your body is giving you information. Start paying attention to it. Here's what to remember from today. Fiber isn't just roughage. It's a metabolic signaling molecule that may help reshape your gut bacteria within weeks. Steel-cut oats are structurally different from instant oats. Processing matters significantly. Your gut bacteria produce short-chain fatty acids from fiber that research links to improved insulin sensitivity. And morning resistance exercise may create a glucose sink effect that lasts hours. The most actionable takeaway? If you haven't already, try switching from instant to steel-cut oats and adding cinnamon. That one change, done consistently, may support measurable improvement over time. That wraps day 2. We went deep into dietary fiber, gut microbiome, and blood sugar regulation. The research, why it matters for blood sugar, and how every meal today is designed around this science. Remember, Everything I shared today is educational. Your body is unique. What works for one person may not work identically for another. Always partner with your healthcare provider when making changes to your diet, exercise, or supplement routine, especially if you're on medication. On day 3, I'm going to share research on what Harvard Medical School identified as one of the most promising natural anti-inflammatory approaches for metabolic health. And it might not be what you expect. Stay tuned. If this helped you, if you learned something new, hit like. It's free, takes 1 second, and helps the algorithm show this to other people who may benefit. Subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss a single day. Drop your biggest takeaway in the comments. I read every single one. Remember, every meal is a choice. Every choice sends a signal to your body. You are not powerless against this condition. You are informed by research, equipped with a plan, and supported by a community. I'll see you tomorrow on day 3. Until then, eat well, move well, live well.